Hello wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chidiba. If you are new on this channel, please are very much welcome. Thank you for coming. And to my returning subscribers, my real G's, thank you all for coming back again. In today's video, I'll be talking about healthcare assistant jobs. This is because from my last video, the collabo I did with my friend Ugoma, after that video, I got a whole lot of questions about healthcare assistants, and I deemed it fit to make this video so that I can, clear so many doubts and throw more light on this healthcare assistant job. So, are you ready for the gist? Now, let's go into the video. Say what you want to say to me now. So I have to do a whole lot of research. So I have my note here with me. On the 24th December 2021, UK government announced that care staff will be added to the shortage occupation list. This is in response to the pandemic pressure and all that, And this law was implemented on the 15th of February 2022. And what does this mean to you? Now, if you are not a healthcare professional, if you've not had any experience with healthcare job work, and you are very much interested in relocating to UK with your family to come and work as a healthcare assistant, then this is a very good opportunity for you. So this means that they've started issuing visas to healthcare assistants all over the world to travel down to UK. And you may want to ask, what is this healthcare assistant job? Who can become a healthcare assistant? What are their job roles? And I'm here to answer that question, okay? Healthcare assistants are people that works under the supervision of healthcare professionals, be it nurses, doctors, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, midwives, and so on. Just know that you have lots of contact with patients and you'll be working strictly under supervision, okay? Now, let's talk about the duties of a healthcare assistant. What are your duties as a healthcare assistant? Now, your duties include washing and dressing of patients, or, supporting them to do some personal care, serving their meals, feeding them, or even prompting them to feed. And then also monitor or check their vital signs such as their blood pressure, pulse rate, respiratory rate, or even to measure their weight and height, all those stuffs. All right. And also you will be involved in health education and health promotion, okay? So this is basically what you'll be doing as a healthcare assistant. Oh, now let's talk about the skills and personalities that are required in a healthcare assistant. You need to be caring and kind. You need to be cheerful and friendly. Remember, you are working in a healthcare environment. You need to be willing to be hands-on with patients. You may be required to assist them with personal care or some clinical care. And you must be willing to do personal care, just as I said. And you should be able to follow instructions and procedures. Remember, you are assisting healthcare professionals, okay? And you are also expected to have a very good communication skills, that is interpersonal skills. You should be able to communicate with patients and other healthcare professionals. And you should also have a very good organizational skills as well as observational skills, okay? So let's talk about the entry requirements. That is what you need to have for you to be qualified to apply for this job, okay? Now, there are no set entry requirements, okay? However, your employers expect good literacy and numeracy and may ask for general certificate of secondary education or its equivalent depending on the country you are applying for. For instance, if you are applying from Nigeria, they mean you should have a WAEC or SSCE certificate where you must have passed your English and Maths. Your employer might also ask for healthcare qualifications such as BTEC or MVQ. And your experience of healthcare or care work is also paramount in this job, either a paid job or voluntary job. Do you have an experience in a healthcare setting? Have you taken care of someone before? Have you offered care services? Have you worked in hospital settings, clinics? Or do you have any certification in healthcare? Have you done any online course anywhere? All these things count and makes you stand out when applying for this job, and it makes your employer want to consider offering you this job. Now, if you don't have experiences at all, don't worry, you will still apply, but you have to apply for band 2. There are band 2, band 3, and band 4. Okay, if you don't have experience, if you don't have any certifications, you may want to apply for band 2. If you have experience, if you have some certifications, then you have to go for band 3. Okay, but if you don't have at all, you can still apply. That's why I said, whether you're a health professional, you are not, whether you've done any job in healthcare settings or not, you can apply for this job. So aside that, you need a very good CV. You need to organize your CV, state all your experiences. If you don't have any experiences in care work, but you've had other job you've done, put the experiences you've had before, because your employer wants to know that you've been working, you've been adding value to the society, you've not been out of job. So whichever experience you have at all, include that in your CV. But if you can get some experience, get 3 months experience. Now, let's talk about the payment. One thing you need to know is that you are expected to work for 37.5 hours in a week. That is the normal working system here. And the minimum payment for a band 2 healthcare assistant is £20,480 per annum. This is for NHS Jobs. However, if you are applying to agencies that are recruiting healthcare assistants, then there's a range of payment. Okay, for band 2, you might be paid from £17,966 per annum. For someone without any experience and certification, it's up to the range of £25,861 per annum for people with lots of experiences and certification. Okay, now let's talk about the visa. Your employer should be able to issue you a certificate of sponsorship. This certificate of sponsorship is one of the requirements to apply for visa, and the kind of visa that will be issued to you is Tier 2 skilled worker visa. And what this means is that you'll be able to migrate to UK with your family. Your family is yourself and your dependent. Your dependent is your spouse or your partner and your children. Okay, and your spouse or your partner will be able to work too. He or she can even take up a healthcare assistant job or any other job. So the same rights you have is the same rights that applies to your dependent as well. Now, having said all this, if this sounds like a job you can do, if it sounds like something you are interested, then you have to start applying as soon as possible. Then you might want to check for this job at totaljobs.com. Just go to Google and type www.totaljobs.com. You'll see a whole lot of healthcare assistant job, band 2, band 3, and so on. And also Indeed job, they also advertise healthcare assistant job, as well as NHS job site, or you can use track job. All you need to do is just sign up with your email address and you'll be receiving job vacancies on daily basis, and you apply. Please apply as much as possible, not just applying 5 vacancies or 10 vacancies. Apply as much as possible. Bear it in mind that you are not the only one applying for this job. So many people are applying for this job. So that is why you really need to make yourself to stand out and you apply for this job. Okay, I'm going to leave the link to all this website that I just listed in my description box, so you might want to check that out as well. All right, so we have come to the end of this video. If you have any question to ask, you can drop that in the comment section, and then I'll make sure that I attend to all of your questions and all of your concerns. Okay, so thank you all for watching, and remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any videos, and I'll see you all in my next video.